payments, inventory management, accounting, banking and supply chain management, and improve speed and efficiency. Digitalization also helps in reducing errors and scaling operation faster. Surely SMEs have a lot to benefit from if they adopt digitalization. Digitalization changes structures that we are incapable to see. The next wave of SMEs have to embrace digitalization. Here, I want to just stress that use the word properly, digitalization and digitization. Digitization is you change something from analog to digital. You change to bits and bytes. But digitalization is a process. So digitally empowered SMEs are able to increase revenue, lower risk, decrease costs, and diversify consumer segments over a short period of time as compared to offline businesses. Technological solutions such as data analytics-based platforms and ERP systems will shape a company's strategy and growth, enabling it to extract more insightful information from informed decision-making. Today, let's see the impact of digitalization in the SME's ecosystem. If you are going to go to digitalization, you would see the upgrading of digital technology and having an online presence can provide significant opportunity for SMEs to grow and increase their top line. Engagement through a company website or shifting to an e-commerce platform can increase sales by allowing SMEs to access new customers in local and overseas market. It also allows flexibility of time, geographical location, and delivery to conduct business. With data-driven insight, companies can achieve 10% to 30% improvements in marketing performance, yet maintaining their existing budget. The second is accessibility to wider customer base. Increased digital engagement allows SMEs to explore new markets, enabling them to compete with the bigger giants in the industry. E-commerce has provided cost-effective solutions for the companies in larger cities and rural areas alike to connect and trade with customers around the world. SMEs can often lack the skill to enter international markets due to limited knowledge, language barriers, and familiarity with cultural differences and narrow business outlook. E-commerce platforms outspread geographical boundaries, engage in improving customer experience, and provide support for better supply chain solutions. And third, operational efficiencies. Access to e-commerce platforms allow SMEs to decrease overall expenditure by optimizing operational and marketing costs like call centers, trade shows, and individual product advertising. We skip the slide and go to the main cause of low adoption in the past. In the past, why SMEs have been very slow in adopting digitalization? First is the lack of understanding of business benefits that technology can deliver across end-to-end value chain. One more. Second, lack of guidance of the inherent abilities of technologies and how these can be integrated and institutionalized. Sometimes slideមួយទៀត. And institutionalized in their business. Third, resistant to incurring upfront investment, related costs to implement technology. Fourth, lack of skilled manpower to manage technology setups. 5, lack of business development service support, SME cluster zone support services. This is something we are going to hear later on what our colleagues here in the panel could provide to you. And we still have inadequate policies to support SMEs. As my ministry under Royal Government is looking forward to develop an SME policy in the very near future. Key drivers escalating adoption today. This means that there are some factors that are going to force you to go to digitalization. And the exponential growth in adoption of smart devices to enable easy access to 3G or 4G networks, the increased popularity of social media, rapidly increasing volume of data being captured by business across customer touchpoints, advancement made in analytics tools and technology that is helping to bring analytics closer to business users, cloud enabling businesses to deploy mobility and analytics solutions in a cost-effective manner and reducing time to market. Digitalization is changing our everyday lives, and businesses need to not just adapt, but fundamentally change. Buying patterns are evolving. Rapid mobile adoption makes a seamless and consistent multi-channel customer service a must, and individual product customization and short lead times are required. Digital transformation and how the SMEs can leverage this wave of technology is that they have to strive if key enablers powered by smart technologies are created in integrated ecosystems to support their following needs. I do not need to go through all this. I just want to tell you that the support that we are going to design through this digital Cambodia 2009 are going to set up the basis for the future of digitalization in Cambodia. So some immediate needs of SMEs. First is easy access to finance. SMEs need to be adequately financed at each stage of their life cycle. Developing effective lines of credit and innovative financing solutions help SMEs gain the much needed credit for ramping up growth. Good structures, including supply chain, will reduce cost of finance. Human capital. The most important piece that helps SMEs differentiate and scale up is people. SMEs can have tremendous advantage by developing a team of highly skilled and motivated workforce. Regular training programs help deliver better customer service, ensuring customer satisfaction and retention. Third is effective business support system. Any business needs to develop strong systems to develop innovative products through accurate understanding of the changing market conditions and analysis of customer behavior and needs. Use of this support system allows SMEs to learn from the collective wisdom of all successful and failed enterprises and harness them in their own ecosystem. SMEs have to go digital, and for this, the objective is to build a regional global business network, export production to overseas, create new and innovative business model, generate competitiveness, and increasing job market and grow the economy. I skip a few slides that my presentation can be later on distributed to all the participants if they wish. Just want to go to the policies, SME development policies, because of time constraint. One, business and enabling environment. The Ministry of Industry and Handicraft will participate fully with the government's effort to establish the right condition for business and a policy environment conducive to pro-poor growth. Two, skill development and technology adoption. MIH will also support business association like what is Ognya Sokpisat is doing, Jen, and others to build up their capacity and institution in addressing the needs of skill development. Third, investment promotion and SME access to finance. Some slide koi tiếp tiếp đó. Mùi tiết. Nè bị trắng cho dứt. Long tiết. Mùi tiết. Investment promotion and SMEs access to finance. Cambodia has a law on investment. For your information, it's now under review to provide better incentive and more focused incentive that will provide comprehensive and good condition for business. And SMEs in high tech will be focused on. 4, Business development services, the supply of business development services in Cambodia is low and generally uneven in geographical coverage and quality. Only a few associations have so far been doing this, like the one of Onya Sok. What we need is that provide better business development service in digital technologies for SMEs, digital tools, and digitalization of business processes. And fifth, the economic linkage and SME clustering. SME and industrial cluster bear significant impact on Cambodia economy, and the first one of SME cluster zone is going to be appearing soon in Cambodia with the World Bridge cluster zone that Charles is going to elaborate more on that for you. But apart from this, I want to conclude. What we have to conclude is that we have 500,000 MSME in Cambodia, and 95% of them are not yet registered. This is something I want to really stress. The need SMEs can cope and survive only if they are registered and they go online, they go digital. This is the only way for them to survive and be able to compete. A dynamic global business environment has exposed Cambodian SMEs to a plethora of opportunities. That slide as well as challenges. The key for SME remains leveraging tools for a sound business plan and model. I just want to give you an example that no candle maker can become a bulb manufacturer. Net palat tien on net net palat chakiang ampul chakiang. The no carriage maker can become car producer. Net palat ateko up the third palat land bande. The post office did not invent the email. Nếu ai đăng tha digitalization về thời tự chạp đám tự thưa copy ở đây để dân của phong thưa bạch hoàn. There are three technology is the media. So technology has changed how people behave and think. In business, new demand patterns will emerge. We are entering an era in which the commercial stakeholders' focus is also in making people's lives easier, more enjoyable, and in providing more personalized service. The customer's voice will require businesses and corporations to act responsibly as data holders and to design the best possible sharing experience. Dương mới còn là lan.ផលិតឡានឥឡូវពីមុនគេគិតតែផលិតឡានទៅម៉ូតអីក៏ដោយគេដាក់លក់លើទីផ្សារយើងចាំតែទិញឥឡូវអត់ទេគេគ្មានផលិតតាមនឹងទេតើតែយើង design យើងរើស option នេះហើយគេបានផលិតទៅតាមអ្វីដែលយើងរើសអញ្ចឹងទីផ្សារបានតម្រូវគឺពីមុនគឺគេអត់ខ្វល់ពីរឿងទស្សនៈរបស់ customer ទេគេចង់ដឹងថារបស់គេធ្វើទៅអ្នកឯងចាំតែទិញបានហើយឥឡូវអត់អញ្ចឹងទេគឺតែប៉ុណ្ណេះឯងចាំគេចេញរបៀបអញ្ចឹងគឺអត់អ្នកណាទិញហ្មងនេះសម័យ digital Future leadership is the only growth driver. Here I want to stress that SMEs, if they don't have leadership, if all the owner of the SMEs do not go to digital, they would never be able to perform. And I have to think that the only thing keeping most big companies from creating new categories is the lack of imagination to see beyond what they are selling today. សូមជម្រាបជូនករណីដូចជាយើងក្រុមហ៊ុនធំនៅលើពិភពលោកដែលស្មានថាខ្លួនឯងធ្វើនឹងត្រូវហើយតែអត់ទៅ digital ដូចជាក្រុមហ៊ុន Sears ក្រុមហ៊ុន Toys R Us លក់អត្តកតាអីបើកហាងនៅរាប់ពាន់លើពិភពលោកឥឡូវសួរអ្នកណាទៅហាងគាត់ដើម្បីទិញព្រោះឥឡូវគេទិញតាមអនឡាញអស់ទិញអនឡាញថោកជាងទិញអនឡាញអត់ពិបាកទៅធ្វើដំណើរទេគេដឹកយកមកឲ្យដល់ផ្ទះទៀតហើយថោកជាងនៅទៅទិញនៅតាមទីផ្សារទៅទៀតអញ្ចឹងបានយើងចាប់ដើមឃើញក្រុមហ៊ុនធំដែលបើកហាងធំបិទអស់ហើយSearsគឺនៅអាមេរិកគឺល្បីជាងគេចឹងបិទជាង 1000 កន្លែង Toys R Us បិទមួយចំនួនធំនៅលើពិភពលោកទៀតឥឡូវគេទិញតាកតាគេអត់ចាំបាច់ទេមើលរើសទៅតាមនៅអនឡាញទិញបានហើយគេដឹកយកដល់ផ្ទះទៀត អត់ពិបាកធ្វើដំណើរអញ្ចឹងបានរឿងនឹងឲ្យតែ SME យើងត្រូវឆក់ឱកាសពេលហ្នឹងកន្លែងហ្នឹងរឿងសំខាន់កន្លែងហ្នឹងហើយខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែសូមធ្វើការបញ្ជាក់ចុងក្រោយគឺថាយើងទៅ go digital ដូចហើយឥឡូវនេះយើងត្រូវធ្វើ IT platform មួយដើម្បីតម្រឹងរឿងកន្លែងហ្នឹងហើយរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនឹងកំពុងរៀបចំហើយមានយើងនឹងយកអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារដែលអាដាមប្រតិភូរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលនៅទីនេះស្រាប់នេះយើងនឹងយក server របស់អគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារធ្វើជា server រួមសម្រាប់គ្រប់ការចុះបញ្ជីរបស់សហគ្រាសតូចនិងមធ្យមនិងសហគ្រាសទាំងអស់នៅក្នុងប្រជាជាតិកម្ពុជាបើយើង register បានទាំងអស់ទី1យើងបានព័ត៌មានយើងអាចនឹងរកបញ្ហាដូចជាកាលណាយើងមាន business development service ដែលយើងចង់ជួយគាត់ training គាត់វាមានតែតាម online ទេដែលធ្វើបានសម័យឥឡូវគឺគ្មានហៅមកម្ដង40នាក់មកពង្រៀន2អាទិត្យបានតែ40នាក់ព្រោះយើងពង្រៀនតាម online វាបានរាប់ម៉ឺននាក់អញ្ចឹងហើយចំណាយតិចទៀតអញ្ចឹង education តាម online នឹងកើតមាន SME ព្រោះអត់មានចូល online SME អត់អាចចេះអីទាំងអស់ SME បើមិនបាន register ក៏មិនបានអាចចូលរួមនៅក្នុងការអភិវឌ្ឍបានដែរនេះជាចំណុចដែលខ្ញុំធ្វើការលើកទឹកចិត្តឲ្យសូម SME ទាំងអស់យកប្រធានបទនៃសិក្ខាសាលានៅពេលនេះដើម្បីវេទិកានេះគឺរឿងសំខាន់ណាស់គឺដើម្បីដឹងខ្លួនថាដល់ពេលខ្លួន go digital ហើយតែមិនទៅ digital ទេអត់តន់សភាពការទេពិភពលោកគេកាត់អស់ហើយអ្នកអាជ្ញាកដាលឥឡូវអ្នកផលិតរវាងអ្នកផលិតនិងអ្នកទិញគឺអស់សង្វាក់កដាលអស់ហើយអ្នកទិញគេចឹងអីឥឡូវធ្វើមិនឲ្យទៅតាក់ទងនឹងអ្នកទិញចង់បានអីយើងធ្វើគង់ឲ្យដល់អាហ្នឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងគឺមានតែតាម online ទេដែលយើងអាចធ្វើបានហើយឥឡូវនេះក៏រដ្ឋាភិបាលជាមួយនឹងក្រសួងប្រៃសណីនិងទូរគមនាគមន៍ក៏នឹងរៀបចំនៅប្រព័ន្ធយ៉ាងម៉េចដើម្បីយើងអាចគ្រប់គ្រងអា transaction ទាំងអស់ទៅតាម e-commerce ទៅតាមប្រព័ន្ធអ៊ីនធឺណិតរបស់បានទាំងអស់ដើម្បីយើងប្រមូលពន្ធដារផងហើយយើងដឹងតើចំណាយលំហូរសេដ្ឋកិច្ចរបស់យើងវាទៅដល់ដំណាទៀតនេះចំណុចនេះដែលខ្ញុំចង់ធ្វើការបញ្ជាក់ជូនដល់អង្គវេទិកានេះដើម្បីជូនថាជាការចាំបាច់ហើយ SME មិនទៅ digital SME គឺនៅថយក្រោយហើយ SME នៅថយក្រោយនៅរងចាំទៅថ្ងៃស្លាប់ទេអត់អ្នកណាជួយបានទេណាអរគុណច្រើនសូមអរគុណ
សូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណយ៉ាងជ្រាលជ្រៅដល់អាយដាមទេសរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីអាយដាមចំប្រសិទ្ធអាយដាមចំប្រសិទ្ធគឺជាអេសជនជាន់ខ្ពស់មួយរូបរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាហើយក៏អាចចាត់ទុកថាជាអាយដាមគឺជាស្ថាបនិកនៃសេដ្ឋកិច្ចកម្ពុជាដែលអាយដាមធ្លាប់ជារដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មហើយបានបើកផ្លូវឲ្យទីផ្សារផលិតកៅអៅនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាបានដំណើរការហើយមកដល់បច្ចុប្បន្នយើងឃើញថាទីផ្សារប្រទេសកម្ពុជានៅតែមិនទាន់កាត់ផ្ដាច់ទាំងស្រុងទៅលើទីផ្សារនាំចេញសម្លៀកបំពាក់នៅឡើយទេបាទសូមអរគុណអាយដាមបន្ទាប់អាយដាមគង់វិបុលគឺអាយដាមគឺជាប្រតិភូរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលទទួលបន្ទុកជាអគ្គនាយកនៃអគ្គនាយកពន្ធដារដែលយើងមើលឃើញថាជាការងារមួយដែលប្រឈមហើយ challenge ខ្លាំងជាងគេនៅក្នុងវិស័យឧស្សាហ៍វិស័យធុរកិច្ចទាំងអស់ហើយអាយដាមក៏ជាអេសជនជាន់ខ្ពស់មួយរបស់ប្រទេសកម្ពុជាអាយដាមធ្លាប់បានទៅរស់នៅប្រទេសក្រៅបន្ទាប់ពីសង្គ្រាមហើយអាយដាមបានចូលរួមក្នុងជាការងារ accountant នៅក្នុងក្រុមហ៊ុន accountant នៅប្រទេសអូស្ត្រាលីជាច្រើនឆ្នាំតែដោយសារតម្រូវការប្រទេសជាតិចាំបាច់អាយដាមបានចូលរួមជីវិតនយោបាយនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាហើយបានដើរតួនាទីយ៉ាងសំខាន់ក្នុងកិច្ចការអន្តរជាតិជាច្រើនរួមទាំងការងារជជែកការសម្រួលពាណិជ្ជកម្មសេរីនៅក្នុងប្រទេសអាស៊ានហើយមកដល់បច្ចុប្បន្ននេះអាយដាមគឺជាអេសជនដែលទទួលបន្ទុកអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារហើយយើងឃើញថាអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារក្នុងរយៈពេល5ឆ្នាំ6ឆ្នាំនេះគឺមានការកំណែតម្រង់ខ្លាំងមែនទែនហើយយើងបានឃើញថាជាអង្គភាពមួយដែលដឹកមុខគេក្នុងការកំណែតម្រង់ទៅ digital ដែលយើងដឹងថាប្រវត្តិប្រទេសកម្ពុជាបើយើងត្រឡប់ទៅក្រោយវិញបន្តិចយើងឃើញថាប្រទេសកម្ពុជាយើងមិនដែលមានប្រវត្តិពេលណាមួយអាចដែលជាប្រទេសដែលធ្លាប់ដឹកនាំប្រទេសដោយជាលក្ខណៈបង់ពន្ធទេ មានតែសម័យកាលបារាំងមួយគត់ដែលយើងឃើញថាបារាំងយកពន្ធតែនៅពេលនោះក៏មិនជោគជ័យដែររហូតដល់ពេលសម័យអាណានិគមបារាំងបានបញ្ចប់គឺយើងបានចូលរបបលន់នល់គឺសង្គ្រាមចាប់ផ្ដើមរ៉ាំរ៉ៃបន្តិចម្ដងរហូតដល់របបប៉ុលពតអញ្ចឹងមកដល់បច្ចុប្បន្ននេះគឺអាយដាមគឺអាចនិយាយបានថាជាស្ថាបនិកមួយរូបដែលបានដឹកនាំអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារកំណែតម្រង់មានការចុះបញ្ជីត្រឹមត្រូវសម្រាប់ធុរកិច្ចជនទាំងអស់លើសពីនោះទៅទៀតរយៈពេលប្រហែលឆ្នាំចុងក្រោយនេះយើងឃើញថាមាន tax incentive ជាច្រើនបានផ្ដល់ឲ្យទៅ SME មានការលើកលែងពន្ធជាច្រើនដល់បងប្អូនអាជីវករនៅតាមផ្សារដែលគាត់លែងជាប់កាតព្វកិច្ចពន្ធជាទូទៅមានការលើកលែងពន្ធទៅលើពន្ធផ្លូវសម្រាប់បងប្អូនដែលគាត់ជិះម៉ូតូអញ្ចឹងថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំជឿថាអាយដាមគឺគាត់មានទស្សនវិស័យថាតើគាត់ចង់ឃើញថាវិស័យពន្ធដារនឹងទៅរបៀបម៉េចលើសពីនោះទៅទៀតអ្វីដែលបានកាត់បន្ថយពន្ធជារៀងរាល់ឆ្នាំហើយគឺអាយដាមនៅតែបានបង្កើនចំណូលពន្ធជារៀងរាល់ឆ្នាំធ្វើឲ្យមានការកំណើនប្រាក់ខែគ្រូហើយនិងប្រាក់ខែទាហានជាច្រើនក្នុងរយៈពេល 2-3 ឆ្នាំចុងក្រោយដូច្នេះថ្ងៃនេះសូមអញ្ជើញអាយដាមមេត្តាផ្ដល់បទបង្ហាញដើម្បីបង្ហាញពីទស្សនវិស័យបន្តទៀតសម្រាប់អាយដាមចំពោះវិស័យធុរកិច្ចនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាសូមអរគុណអាយដាម
microphone នេះ fix បណ្ដោយអត់កិលមកបានដើម្បីដាក់กระดาษមើលបាទសូមគោរពឯកឧត្តមកតេសេដ្ឋាបណ្ឌិតទេសរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងឧស្សាហកម្មនិងសិប្បកម្មលោកអង្គញាសុខពិសិដ្ឋជា moderator នៅទីនេះសូមអរគុណលោកអង្គញាដែលនៅពាក្យពេចន៍ដល់លើកទឹកចិត្តសម្រាប់ខ្ញុំសូមគោរពគណៈអធិបតីនិងសូមគោរពឯកឧត្តមរដ្ឋលេខាធិការអនុរដ្ឋលេខាធិការនិងអស់លោកស្រីនិងជាពិសេសបងប្អូនក្មួយសិស្សានុសិស្សនិស្សិតដែលបានមកចូលរួមនៅវេទិកានេះថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំមានកិត្តិយសដ៏ខ្ពស់និងសោមនស្សរីករាយក្រៃលែងដែលវេទិកានេះបានអញ្ជើញខ្ញុំមកជាអ្នក speaker ម្នាក់នៅក្នុងនឹងដោយលោកអង្គញាសុខពិសិដ្ឋនឹងថាម្នាក់មិនអាចគេចផុតពីការបង់ពន្ធបានទេឲ្យតែរកទទួលទានហើយនឹងថាម្នាក់ត្រូវតែបង់ពន្ធហើយម្ល៉េះហើយប្រធានបទថ្ងៃនេះប្រហែលជាខ្ញុំលើកពីរឿងពន្ធដារមួយចំនួនដែរមិនមែន digital ទេពីព្រោះទាំងអស់គ្នា digital ទាំង start up ទាំងមិន start up ទាំង small and big គឺសិតជាអ្នកជាប់ពន្ធម្ល៉េះហើយប្រហែលជា audience ជាងទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងក៏ចង់ដឹងថាតើទិសដៅទាំងគោលនយោបាយពន្ធដាររបស់កម្ពុជាហ្នឹងទៅយ៉ាងម៉េចហើយកន្លងមកយើងបានធ្វើអីខ្លះជូនអ្នកជាប់ពន្ធគឺខ្ញុំនឹងលើកថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំសប្បាយរីករាយដែលឃើញរដ្ឋាភិបាលជាពិសេសក្រសួងធុរគមនាគមន៍និងប្រៃសណីមានគំនិតរួចផ្ដើមដែលសហការជាមួយវិស័យឯកជនរៀបចំនៅវេទិកា Digital Cambodia នេះខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តដោយសារតែឃើញមាន business ទាំងអស់មានការចាប់អារម្មណ៍និងឈានចូលទៅធ្វើ digital ជាសេដ្ឋកិច្ច digital ហើយវិស័យពន្ធដារបើសិនជាវិស័យឯកជនមិនខំ digital ខ្លួនឯងទេវិស័យឯកជនទៅអញ្ចឹងយើងនៅពីក្រោយប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវប្រហែលជាមិនពីក្រោយប្រហែលទេប្រហែលជាវិស័យឯកជនវិស័យខ្លះលឿនវិស័យខ្លះក៏មិនទាន់ចាប់ផ្ដើមវិស័យខ្លះចាប់ផ្ដើម start up ដែរដូច្នេះហើយខ្ញុំសប្បាយរីករាយពីព្រោះបើយើង go digital ទាំងអស់គ្នាជីវភាពការងាររបស់ខ្ញុំ life easy for me មិនពិបាកប្រើกระดาษស្នាមច្រើន paperless save environment ទៀត save ពេលវេលាប្រសិទ្ធភាពការងារល្អមែនតើអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តមែនតើដោយសារឃើញអញ្ចឹងដោយឯកឧត្តមកតេសេដ្ឋាបណ្ឌិតបានលើកអញ្ចឹងថាយើងកំពុងតែអភិវឌ្ឍនៅ platform មួយសម្រាប់សម្របសម្រួលនៅក្រសួងស្ថាប័នពាក់ព័ន្ធដែលមានការចុះបញ្ជីទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងរួមទាំងក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មឧស្សាហកម្មនិងសិប្បកម្មក្តីគឺអ្នកដែលត្រូវការចុះបញ្ជីធ្វើអាជីវកម្មពេលខ្លះវង្វេងដែរទៅក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មហើយមកចុះបញ្ជីក្រសួងនៅពន្ធដារហើយត្រូវទៅចុះបញ្ជីនៅក្រសួងឧស្សាហកម្មទៀតបើសិនជា SME បើសិនអីហ្នឹងត្រូវចុះហើយឧស្សាហវិស័យខ្លះទៀតត្រូវទៅចុះបញ្ជីនៅក្រសួងទេសចរឧទាហរណ៍ដែលប្រកបទទួលទានខាងវិស័យទេសចរទៅទេសចរអ្នកខាងកសិកម្មត្រូវកសិកម្មទៀតអញ្ចឹងពីថ្ងៃមុនយើងខ្ញុំបានប្រជុំជាមួយឯកឧត្តមកតេសេដ្ឋាបណ្ឌិតរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីក្រសួងឧស្សាហកម្មនិងសិប្បកម្មជាមួយឯកឧត្តមឧបនាយករដ្ឋមន្ត្រីអ៊ុនប៉ុលទីនរដ្ឋមានកំណត់ព្រួយផ្ដើមថាយើងនឹងត្រូវតែបង្កើតជា platform មួយសម្រាប់ធ្វើការចុះបញ្ជីហើយចុះបញ្ជីនឹង single format ដែលព័ត៌មានមួយចំនួនដែលតម្រូវការឲ្យសរសេរតែដដែលពីក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មពន្ធដារឧស្សាហកម្មហ្នឹងវា cut down មកតែដូចគ្នាអញ្ចឹងប៉ុន្តែវាចូលនៅក្នុង platform តែមួយហើយបរិយាសេវាក៏បង់តែមួយដែរប៉ុន្តែទៅធនាគារគេបែងចែកទៅឲ្យក្រសួងស្ថាប័ននានាទៀតដូច្នេះហើយគឺធ្វើតែមួយកន្លែងនេះដូច្នេះខ្ញុំសប្បាយរីករាយដែលបានមកចូលរួមនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះនៅក្នុងរយៈកាល5ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះដោយលោកអញ្ញាសុខប្រសិទ្ធបានលើកអញ្ចឹងថាពន្ធដារបានធ្វើការកែតម្រង់ហើយបានធ្វើការវិវត្តច្រើន transformation ពី paper based work មក digitalize ឯកសារមួយចំនួនមិនបាច់ដឹកឡានមកទេអ្នកជាប់ពន្ធគឺអាចយកជា soft copy យកមកដាក់លិខិតប្រកាសក៏យើងទទួលយកដែរជា scan copy មកកាលមុនគេដឹកមកគូតឡានឧទាហរណ៍យើងទៅធ្វើសវនកម្ម5ឆ្នាំមកគូតឡានដឹកអត់អស់ទេហើយមើលនឹងគឺថាចំណាយពេលមែនតើប៉ុន្តែឥឡូវយើងធ្វើ digitalize ហើយឯកសារមួយ store ទុកនៅក្នុង profile នៃ database របស់អ្នកជាប់ពន្ធនឹងមិនបាត់ទៅណាទេរាល់ដងគឺយើងមានការធ្វើការវារប៉ាត់របាយហើយនឹងឯកសារវាវែងឆ្ងាយវាច្រើនកន្លែងដែលលំបាករកអញ្ចឹងរយៈពេល5ឆ្នាំនេះអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារបានប្រែក្លាយអង្គភាពរបស់ខ្លួនទៅជា IT មួយដែលខ្ញុំមិនហ៊ានថាវា advance លើសប្រទេសគេទេប៉ុន្តែវាអាចនឹងខិតទៅចិត្តបើប្រៀបធៀបនឹងប្រទេសមួយចំនួនគេដើរលឿនឆ្ងាយជាងយើងប៉ុន្តែយើងខិតខំដើរឲ្យទាន់គេប៉ុន្តែមិនប្រកាសថាយើងដើរក្រោយគេហើយមិនទាន់គេនោះទេខ្ញុំគ្រាន់តែឧទាហរណ៍ថាពីមុនប្រទេសទាំងនោះគេប្រើ iPhone 1 iPhone 2 iPhone 3កម្ពុជាមិនទាន់មានលទ្ធភាពទេជំនាន់ iPhone 1 iPhone 2ប៉ុន្តែកម្ពុជាឥឡូវអាចមកប្រើ iPhone 10អីបានចឹងដែរអា technology latest technology វាទាន់គេដែរពីមុនគេប្រើជាកន្ទប់ data center របស់គេជា server ធំ គឺសឹងថាខ្ញុំទៅមើលនៅអង្គភាពពុទ្ធដាគេ data center គេសឹងថាមួយសាលហ្នឹងដាក់សិតតែ hardware ឥឡូវខ្ញុំធ្វើកន្ទប់មួយទូចដាក់តែ2 slot 400 terabyte ស្រួលហ្មងអាហ្នឹងវា latest technology ដែលយើងធ្វើក្រោយគេមែនមិនប្រកាសថាយើងដើរមិនទាន់គេទេ close បាទហើយកន្លងទៅយើងធ្វើ digital នៅពន្ធដាខ្ញុំហ៊ាននិយាយថាអាចឈិតមុខគេនៅក្នុងស្ថាប័នមួយចំនួនពីរឿងការប្រើ digital ប្រើ IT នេះប៉ុន្តែឈានទៅមិនកើតទាំងអស់ទេពីព្រោះបើក្រសួងស្ថាប័នពាក់ព័ន្ធដទៃទៀតអត់ digital ខ្ញុំថាអត់ទៅរួចខ្ញុំឧទាហរណ៍ឲ្យអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារប្រមូលពន្ធលើអចលនទ្រព្យអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារត្រូវតែស្រង់ទិន្នន័យទាំងអស់អចលនទ្រព្យទូទាំងប្រទេសដើម្បីយកមក key in នៅ database របស់ខ្លួននៅក្នុងពេលដែលក្រសួងរៀបចំដែនដីមិនទាន់ digitalize information នៅក្នុង database ដើម្បីយើងទាញជា single platform ទាញមកយកទិន្នន័យហ្នឹងយកមកបង់ពន្ធបានទេអញ្ចឹងបានជាបងប្អូនមួយចំនួននៅតាមខណ្ឌមួយចំនួនឃើញពន្ធដារទៅគូទ្វាពកថារឿងអីថាសុំមកធ្វើបច្ចុប្បន្នភាពអចលនទ្រព្យហេតុអីបានមកធ្វើលោកឯងអត់មានព័ត៌មាននៅក្រសួងរៀបចំដែនដីទេថាមានដែរប៉ុន្តែជា paper work ហើយមិនច្បាស់លាស់ទៀតឧទាហរណ៍ពីមុនដីទេដី1ឡូហ្នឹងការមកប្រកាសបង់ពន្ធអចលនទ្រព្យមានដី1ឡូប៉ុន្តែ3ឆ្នាំក្រោយមកខុនដូ5ដណ្ដប់ជាន់ណានៅតែមកប្រកាសបង់ពន្ធដីនឹងទេអត់បានប្រកាសបង់ពន្ធអញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវការធ្វើបច្ចុប្បន្នភាពអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាក្រសួងស្ថាប័នទាំងអស់ digitalize ហើយ connecting life easy for me ក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មអញ្ចឹងដែរបើសិនក្រសួងពាណិជ្ជកម្មចុះបញ្ជី digitalize នៅពីនោះមកយីទាញទៅណីមកចាំបាច់រឿងអីមកចុះបញ្ជីនៅពន្ធដារទៀតឧទាហរណ៍អញ្ចឹងទាញទិន្នន័យទៅក្រសួងឧស្សាហកម្មទាញទិន្នន័យទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងបានថាបើសិន digital alone តែពន្ធដារទេបាក់ដែរបាទអត់ទៅមុខរួចទេឥឡូវទីហោគ្រាន់តែចុះបើអត់មាន single ID នៅក្នុង ID កម្ពុជាយើងអត្តសញ្ញាណប័ណ្ណយើងមកចុះបញ្ជីពន្ធដាររឿងអីពន្ធដារមកត្រូវថតរូបទៀតពីព្រោះកន្លងទៅមាន fake ID មកចុះបញ្ជីពន្ធដារអ្នកស្លាប់5ឆ្នាំហើយមកចុះបញ្ជីពន្ធដារបានដែលចុះបញ្ជីហើយយើងចេញ VAT certificate ឲ្យទៅបើកការផ្ដល់សេវានិងលក់ទំនិញអីចុះឡើងយកវត្ត VAT កន្លះលានយកទៅបាត់ហើយរក identification ទៅស្រាប់តែអ្នកហ្នឹងស្លាប់5ឆ្នាំហើយតែបើយើងធ្វើជា single ID digital ID យើងទាញទិន្នន័យមកមុននឹងចេញជាលិខិតមរណភាពវាវាយចូលក្នុងហ្នឹងយើងដឹងថាអ្នកហ្នឹង disease ហើយយើងអត់ចុះបញ្ជីឲ្យទេបញ្ហាគឺវាអញ្ចឹងកន្លងទៅអញ្ចឹងយើងធ្វើ digital alone ខាតអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសប្បាយចិត្តដែលរដ្ឋាភិបាលមានគំនិតព្រួយផ្ដើមកាលពី2ថ្ងៃមុន3ថ្ងៃមុនយើងមានគេហៅវេទិកាសិក្ខាសាលាមួយដែរអំពី e-commerce បាទប៉ុន្តែថ្ងៃនេះយើងនិយាយរឿង digital Cambodia អញ្ចឹង digital ពន្ធដារអត់ស្ថាប័នពាក់ព័ន្ធលំបាកនៅក្នុងការផ្ដល់សេវាឲ្យ SME នេះបាទដែរហើយដូចជាឧទាហរណ៍ការចុះបញ្ជីអញ្ចឹងឯកឧត្តមទេសរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីលោកមានប្រសាសន៍មិញថាភាគរយច្រើនមិនទាន់ចុះបញ្ជី bà bạ chồng chi biết chưa cho biết chăng but to encourage SME to go registration we have to have the single platform mối tới dương tiên dọc tên ở đây mau từng ngọc này mà praka cả bà sai nhầm nó cuốn đấy chụp ai đâm tiền sản tây mấy thằng ai pôn đa thứ nơi Sweden pôn đá trên nhẹ chồng chi bên này chỉ cắm bạn cái tiền dọc tên ở đây đứng tới dọc tới ao cái xuông bẹ pòn pôn đá trên nhẹ chồng chi chiết này mà được đã cao nó Sweden chẳng pôn đá ở Sweden kê miền tax planning សម្រាប់20 ឆ្នាំទៀតនៅពេលតែក្មេងតែកើតហ្នឹងគាត់បានរៀនចប់សាកលវិទ្យាល័យហើយចូលទៅធ្វើការ tax planning 20 years this person have to pay tax personal income tax ចឹងមកអញ្ចឹងគេមានគ្រប់ទាំងអស់នៅក្នុងនោះជាអាជ្ញាធររបស់គេមួយយើងគួរសមដែរប៉ុន្តែយើងមិនត្រាយទៅ copy គេទេពួកក្រសួងស្ថាប័នមានហើយយើងមិនទៅទាញយកមុខងាររបស់គាត់ទេប៉ុន្តែសូមឲ្យមាន platform ច្បាស់លាស់មួយដើម្បីយើងទាញយកទិន្នន័យយកទៅប្រើការមានន័យថាម៉េចការសម័យរបស់ខ្ញុំហើយគោលដៅរបស់ពន្ធដារចង់ឲ្យរដ្ឋាភិបាលជំរុញឲ្យមាន big data ដែលនៅក្នុងក្រសួងណាខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងទេជា data center មួយរបស់រដ្ឋមួយដែលគ្រប់គ្រង data ហ្នឹងតាំងពី payment gateway តាំងពី internet gateway អីមកទៅក្នុងហ្នឹងយើងគ្រប់គ្រងទៅហើយបញ្ហាសន្តិសុខក៏អញ្ចឹងដែរ cyber attack នៅសិង្ហបុរីគេមានច្រកគេមួយមុននឹងថា security attack ចូលទៅ server នីមួយរដ្ឋគេ protection មុនហើយបាទ internet gateway ហ្នឹងកាត់ off ឬក៏ protection មុនហើយប៉ុន្តែនៅកម្ពុជាយើងអត់ទាន់មានទេអាហ្នឹងដែលជាបញ្ហាបាទហើយខ្ញុំក៏បានលើកជារឿយទៅក្រសួងសេដ្ឋកិច្ចហិរញ្ញវត្ថុដើម្បីមានកំណត់ពូជដើមថាចាប់ដើមធ្វើប៉ុន្តែខ្ញុំជឿជាក់ថាអាយដាមអគ្គបណ្ឌិតសភាចាអូនប៉ុននិរដ្ឋលោកចាប់ដើមហើយបានមានបង្កើតនៅគណៈកម្មការហើយដែលរៀបចំយើងនិយាយអំពីការកាត់បន្ថយបែបបទមួយចំនួនរបស់ពន្ធដារ5ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះអាយដាមសុខប្រសិទ្ធលោកសុខអង្គញាសុខប្រសិទ្ធលើកអីមិញថាគឺ incentive ច្រើនណាស់ប៉ុន្តែពន្ធដារនៅតែ able to collect over 20% on the top every year why ទីមួយយើងកែតម្រង់មុតស្រួចរបស់ក្រមឆាត់នៃយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រចតិកោណរបស់រាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលក្រមយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រគៀងគរចំណូលរបស់រដ្ឋាភិបាលយើងយកនៅយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រស្នូលនៃចតិកោណនឹង good governance បានយកមកអភិវឌ្ឍទៅជាយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រគៀងគរចំណូលហើយយើងមានផែនការយុទ្ធសាស្ត្ររបស់ខ្លួននៅក្នុងអគ្គនាយកដ្ឋានពន្ធដារហ្នឹងដើម្បីរៀបចំនៅការកែតម្រង់វាមានមុខងារស្នូលចំនួន5នេះការចុះបញ្ជីការផ្ដល់សេវាការដាក់លិខិតចាត់ចែងលិខិតប្រកាសឲ្យបានល្អការធ្វើសវនកម្មការរៀបចំគ្រប់គ្រងនៃបំណុលនិងការដោះស្រាយវិវាទនេះជាដើមគឺជាយុទ្ធសាស្ត្រស្នូលរបស់ពន្ធដារហើយនឹងមានមុខងារគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់យើងចំនួន3ទៀតការកែតម្រង់នៅរចនាសម្ព័ន្ធពីមុនមកធ្លាប់ការរើសមនុស្សចាប់ឆ្នោតអាយដាមទេរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីមិនចាប់ឆ្នោតអ្នកដែលជួនកាលអត់ចេះកណន័យសោះទៅធ្វើ auditor អ្នកដែលអត់ចេះ IT សោះចេះតែវាយ Word តិចទៅចូលនៅក្នុង IT ចឹងរចនាសម្ព័ន្ធហ្នឹងវាលែង work ហើយវាត្រូវតែមានការជ្រើសរើសដោយទៅតាម skill ទៅតាមជំនាញរបស់ខ្លួននេះគឺការកែតម្រង់ពន្ធដារ5ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះឃើញតែកែហើយអត់មានតម្លើងពន្ធទេរដ្ឋាភិបាលអត់មានបង្កើតពន្ធថ្មីទៀត5ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះមានតែការលើកទឹកចិត្តទេលើកទឹកចិត្តខាងលើកទឹកចិត្តវិស័យកសិកម្មអស់ពន្ធសូន្យទាំងអស់ចឹងថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំមកនិយាយពីរឿងលើកទឹកចិត្តច្រើនបន្តិចប៉ុន្តែលើកទឹកចិត្តឧទាហរណ៍វិស័យកសិកម្មហ្នឹងវា SME វា90% ជាងហើយនៅក្នុងកសិកម្មហ្នឹងសួរតែការលើកទឹកចិត្តពន្ធដារហ្នឹងបូមឈាមអស់ហើយខ្សោះហើយពីរឿងពន្ធដារអត់មានទេសួរតែវិស័យស្រូវកហ្នឹងដើរអត់នៅមិនទាន់ដើរព្រោះអីមានបញ្ហាដទៃទៀតផ្សេងទៀតដែរអត់ទាន់ធ្វើអញ្ចឹងការលើកទឹកចិត្តពន្ធដារ alone មិនប្រកាសថាវា work ទេខ្ញុំឲ្យឧទាហរណ៍រឿងវិស័យស្រូវកនេះមួយវាដើរដែរប៉ុន្តែវាមិនទាន់ដោយការចង់បានរបស់រដ្ឋាភិបាលស្រូវកឲ្យអស់ឥឡូវ SME រដ្ឋាភិបាលចេញអនុក្រឹត្យមួយទៀតតាំងពី start up business តាំងពីមកចុះបញ្ជីអីទាំងអស់យើងមានអនុក្រឹត្យមួយនៅក្នុង2018កន្លងទៅចុងឆ្នាំ2018ចេញអនុក្រឹត្យការលើកទឹកចិត្តពីវិស័យ SME ហ្នឹងឯងmore detail ខ្ញុំមិននិយាយរឿង detail ទេសូមអញ្ជើញអ្នកដែលមកនេះហើយ SME ចូលលើ website យើងខ្ញុំមានបញ្យលនិងវិធាននៃការលើកទឹកចិត្តនឹងយ៉ាងម៉េចមិញខ្ញុំឮថាឯកឧត្តមកតេសេដ្ឋាបណ្ឌិតលោកថាមិនទាន់បានចុះបញ្ជីត្រឹមត្រូវទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងអ្នកដែលមិនទាន់បានចុះបញ្ជីអត់បានលើកទឹកចិត្តអីបើអត់ចុះបញ្ជីហើយបើអត់ចុះបញ្ជីពន្ធក៏អត់បានដែរចុះវានៅក្រៅប្រព័ន្ធហើយខ្ញុំទៅយកពន្ធមិនកើតបាទប៉ុន្តែការចុះបញ្ជីសំខាន់ដែលអាដាមតេសេដ្ឋាបណ្ឌិតលោកមានប្រសាសន៍អញ្ចឹងការចុះបញ្ជីកន្លងទៅខ្ញុំកែតម្រង់រឿងចុះបញ្ជីនេះខ្ញុំសូមជំរាបថាអ្នកដែលចុះបញ្ជីយើងខ្ញុំដាក់តាំងពី email តាំងពី SMS ទៅទូរស័ព្ទអីដឹងទៅព្រោះយើង go digital ហើយ tax notification taxpayer service គឺភាគច្រើនយើងអាចផ្ញើតាម electronic ហ្នឹងតាម email ឧទាហរណ៍ថាអនុក្រឹត្យចេញមកហ្នឹងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាប្រហែលជាអត់បានដឹងថាអនុក្រឹត្យលើកទឹកចិត្តហ្នឹងមិនទេមិនបានមើលក្នុង website យើងខ្ញុំបានអីទេប៉ុន្តែបើមានចុះបញ្ជីត្រឹមត្រូវបានល្អ email អនុក្រឹត្យហ្នឹងចូលទៅ email របស់អស់លោកអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាហ្នឹងហើយបានដឹងថាអូរដ្ឋាភិបាលចេញការលើកទឹកចិត្តមកnotification រឿងប្រកាសរឿងអីពីវិធាននៃការលើកទឹកចិត្តអីថែមទៀតគឺនៅផ្ដល់ឲ្យតាមអេឡិចត្រូនិកប៉ុន្តែកន្លងទៅការចុះបញ្ជីវាច្រើនទៅតាមអ្នករត់ការដាក់លេខអ៊ីមែលរត់ការយកសេវាអស់លោកទៅយកបាត់ទៅអញ្ចឹងយើងខ្ញុំអ៊ីមែលទៅអ្នកដែលរត់ការនោះមិនមែនទៅក្រុមហ៊ុនទេឥឡូវនេះយើងធ្វើ e-payment អ្នកជាប់ពន្ធទាំងអស់អាចធ្វើការបង់ពន្ធតាមរយៈ e-payment ប៉ុន្តែ e-payment វាត្រូវការ email ដែលអស់លោកអ្នកឲ្យនៅក្នុង database ជាងខ្ញុំនេះនៅលេខកូដសម្ងាត់ដើម្បីចូលទៅក្នុង access ទៅក្នុង website របស់យើងខ្ញុំដើម្បីធ្វើការបង់ពន្ធបានម្នាក់មកលោកថាទេចេះថា e-payment កើតរឿងអីខ្ញុំធ្វើដែរធ្វើមិនកើតប៉ុន្តែ email ទៅចូលអ្នករត់ការនោះទៅរឿងអីទៅបង់ពន្ធកើតវាអញ្ចឹងបញ្ហាណាអញ្ចឹងសូមពាវនាវថាឲ្យចុះបញ្ជីឲ្យបានត្រឹមត្រូវល្អរឿងធ្វើបច្ចុប្បន្នភាពអចលនទ្រព្យអញ្ចឹងដែរអត់ព្រមដាក់លេខទូរស័ព្ទអត់ព្រមដាក់ email អីដល់យើង email e-invoice ទៅ រាល់ឆ្នាំវាទៅអត់ដល់អញ្ចឹងទៅធ្វើតាណាទៅកំពុងសោមទៅបងដីរបស់ខ្លួនទៅបងដីហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែបើយើងមាន invoice ទៅ e-payment នៅបងនៅផ្ទះហ្នឹងស្រួល make life easy ទាំងអស់គ្នាប៉ុន្តែកុំឲ្យកិច្ចអំពីការដាក់ email ដាក់អីឲ្យត្រឹមត្រូវមកហើយបើថាមិនត្រឹមត្រូវទេសូមមកឲ្យបច្ចុប្បន្នភាព update ទៅវាអត់មានបញ្ហាទេបាទអញ្ចឹងការកែតម្រង់5ឆ្នាំនេះរួចពុនរួចអីទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងពុនណានទៅឡើង over target រាល់ឆ្នាំតែសារយើង go digital មានន័យថាម៉េចអាទៅបង់ពុននៅធនាគាររាល់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹង single invoice ពីមុនពុនណាមាន3 invoice 3 invoice ទៅសេអាក្បាលធំអាកតុយទូចខ្ញុំបងពុនទូចក៏មានដែរយើងខ្ញុំធ្លាប់មានបទពិសោធន៍អញ្ចឹងបានយើង go digital is more transparency for everyone នេះចេះអញ្ចឹង5ឆ្នាំកន្លងទៅនេះយើងធ្វើបានល្អគ្រាន់តែ application យើងបានធ្វើនៅក្នុងពុនដាររយៈពេលចាប់ពី2014មកដល់2018យើងមាន49 application សម្រាប់អ្នកជាប់ពុនប្រើប្រាស់ហើយសម្រាប់ប្រព័ន្ធពុនដារកម្ពុជាហ្មងហើយ49 application នេះយើងខ្ញុំអត់ត្រូវការពឹងពាក់ជំនួយពីក្រៅទេអត់ត្រូវការនេះទេជាផលិតផលកូនខ្មែរដែលចេញពីសាលា techno អីមកខ្ញុំឃើញលោកគ្រូនៅរឿង IT នោះថាមានកូនសិស្សគាត់មកធ្វើការនៅពុនដារច្រើនណាស់នៅ MPGC បាទឯកឧត្តមប្រាក់សុខុនបង្កើតនឹងមកហើយយើងបានធ្វើធនធានមនុស្សច្រើនយក developer ហ្នឹងមកធ្វើជា program ខ្លួនឯងហ្មងហើយខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់គឺអង្គុយដឹកនាំដើម្បីរៀបចំនៅ business process ឲ្យវាទៅតាមបទបញ្ញត្តិច្បាប់និងបទបញ្ញត្តិជាធរមានមិនមានការធ្វើវិសោធនកម្មទេប៉ុន្តែ design ជា software ហ្នឹងឲ្យវាទៅជា flow អ្វីដែលយើងចង់បានទៅតាមច្បាប់និងបទបញ្ញត្តិជាធរមានអញ្ចឹងវាអត់ខុសច្បាប់ទេអត់អីទេបើថាយើង design យើងទិញ software ពីក្រុមហ៊ុនផ្សេងមកអាចវាមានកន្លែងខ្លះត្រូវឲ្យដូរវិសោធនកម្មច្បាប់ប្រហែលឆ្នាំទៀតតម្រាំមកសើរើច្បាប់នឹងដូរទៀតមិនងាយបានធ្វើចេញទេអញ្ចឹងអង្គុយធ្វើអីខ្លួនឯងដាំស្លអីខ្លួនឯងស្លកកូសម្រាប់ខ្មែរហូបប៉ុន្តែប្រើការបានរាល់ application ទាំង49ហ្នឹងខ្ញុំអង្គុយតេស្តខ្លួនឯងថា work បានយើង launch train មនុស្សឲ្យចេះប្រើបាន launching បានពីព្រោះ it's no point of developing a software without education staff education the taxpayer all user to use it it's no point អញ្ចឹងវាចំណាយពេលយូរដែរប៉ុន្តែក្នុងរយៈពេលប្រហែលឆ្នាំនេះយើងធ្វើ49 application មិនជាធម្មតាទេហើយយើងគួរจะសេពី scratch ពី nothing មិនមែនទិញ software ពីក្រៅមកទេខ្ញុំសូមជំរាបជូនយើងបានធ្វើថ្មីនេះ e-what refund និង e-what filing online អានេះ save a lot of time and more transparent កន្លងទៅ what refund ខ្ញុំជួបប្រជុំមួយអាយដាមទេរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីចោមប្រសិទ្ធអ្នកជាប់ពន្ធរាល់ដងលើកតែរឿង what refund you ចុះឯកសារម្ដងមកគូតឡានយកមក cross check តើមន្ត្រីណាមានពេលទៅ check បានខ្ញុំទទួលស្គាល់ថាយឺត invoice ខ្លះទៀតអត់តាមវិធាននៃវិក័យប័ត្រយើងសួរតែឲ្យអត់ពិបាកព្រោះតែ refund និង credit ច្រើនពេកអា credit ហ្នឹងវាច្រើនជាងចំណូលប្រចាំខែអាហ្នឹង credit មានន័យយើងជាពាក់គេអញ្ចឹងត្រូវ cautious and careful បើឥឡូវនេះយើង develop បានអា e refund ហ្នឹង ចឹងអ្នកជាប់ពន្ធទាំងអស់រួមទាំងស្ថានទូតអីទាំងអស់វាយចូលក្នុងគាត់ទិញតំណែងសេវាអីវាយចូលខ្លួនឯងវាយចូលនៅក្នុង website របស់យើងខ្ញុំនៅក្នុង ledger account របស់គាត់ទៅប៉ុន្តែអាវត្តnumber ដែលនៅក្នុង invoice ហ្នឹងវាយចូលទៅវា cross check ទៅ supplier មួយចឹងហើយបានថា SME you go digital you have to register if you don't register you lose customer also why because we are not allowed to what credit for the other buyer to make a VAT credit because you don't register how can I give the credit to the other to you to the buyer because when they cannot identify you to register in our system ខ្ញុំឯកភាពគ្រប់គ្រងអាយដាមទីរដ្ឋមន្ត្រីថា encourage អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាមកចុះបញ្ជីបាន you have a lot of customer to buy from you because you might be cheaper but if you don't register you lose why ចង់កិច្ចពន្ធតែកិច្ចទៅប៉ុន្តែ lose customer because buyer need a real transparency also ទៅដល់ពន្ធដាថាហេអត់ឲ្យ credit បានសំទោសកាត់ពីព្រោះចង់ VAT ដាក់នៅក្នុង invoice ឬមិនដាក់ is included អញ្ចឹង SME you have to go to register as well but register ថារឿងអី start up new start up ទៅបញ្ចុះបញ្ជីមកដល់ចាប់ឲ្យបងពុនភូភ្លាមចឹងហើយបានមានអនុក្រឹត្យនៃរាជរដ្ឋាភិបាលឲ្យការលើកទឹកចិត្តថាចាប់ពី3ឆ្នាំ5ឆ្នាំទៅតាម SMEs cluster ដែលមានចែងនៅក្នុងអនុក្រឹត្យខ្ញុំមិននិយាយ detail ទេមានចែងហើយបាន5ឆ្នាំហើយខ្ញុំជឿជាក់ថាប្រទេសណាគ្មានលឿនដោយស្រុកខ្មែរទេខ្ញុំក៏ flexible ដែរឲ្យតា SME នឹងគាត់ទៅទិញឧទាហរណ៍ឧបករណ៍ digital យើងឲ្យកាត់កងចំណាយ150% និង200% is over then for whatever you pay អានឹងការលើកទឹកចិត្តមួយធំបាទចឹងអ្នកឯង pay តែ100ទេ item ខ្លះ 150% deduction item ខ្លះទៀត 200% នៅក្នុងអនុក្រឹត្យហ្នឹងនេះជាការលើកទឹកចិត្តមួយធំដែរពន្ធប្រាក់ចំណេញ3ឆ្នាំទៅ5ឆ្នាំទៅតាមវិស័យហើយទៅតាមអ្វីដែលយើងបានឧទាហរណ៍ថាប្រើប្រាស់ផលិតផលក្នុងស្រុកចំនួនពី50-60% ឡើងទៅ5ឆ្នាំបាទប៉ុន្តែ how you classify 50-60% នឹងមានប្រកាសចេញពីក្រសួងហិរញ្ញវត្ថុទៅថា item ខ្លះអាណាក្នុងស្រុកអាណាក្រៅស្រុកមានប្រតិវេតគយមានអីមកអញ្ចឹងអង្គញាសុខពិសិដ្ឋមើលមុខខ្ញុំមកខ្ញុំ over time បន្តិចប៉ុន្តែ I think I have to say អូខេអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំមានតែប៉ុណ្្នឹងទេហើយរងចាំទទួលសំណួរសូមនឹងពិភាក្សាគ្នាថែមទៀតពីអង្គវេទិកាទាំងមូលហើយសូមអរគុណអង្គញាសុខពិសិដ្ឋដែលបានផ្ដល់ពេលវេលាលឿនម៉ោងហើយសូមអរគុណចំពោះការយកចិត្តទុកដាក់ស្ដាប់របស់អាយដាមលោកជំទាវអស់លោកស្រីទាំងអស់សូមអរគុណ
អរគុណអាយដាម Next, I would like to invite Charles. Charles is CEO of World Bridge Home and project directors of the SME clusters, which is one of the important government-private sectors alignment in order to support the SME. Please, thank you.
You're right, the microphone doesn't move.
It's okay, Bob. It's good.
Your Excellencies, Lokoknyas, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Charles Esterhoy. I am the CEO of WorldBridge Homes and the COO of the Cary WorldBridge Special Economic Zone. The WorldBridge Group would like to express its sincere thanks to the organizers of this forum for giving us the opportunity to introduce our SME cluster project and how we are using a German Industry 4.0 foundation to create new opportunities here in Cambodia. Our SME cluster project has been developed in alignment. Got to go back to the first slide. Our SME cluster project has been developed in alignment with Cambodia's goal to diversify and increase its manufacturing capabilities by the year 2025. This goal has been set not only to attract new FDI, but also to create opportunities for Cambodia's abundant, yet latent, SME, entrepreneur, and ICT sectors. By developing the capabilities of these sectors and uniting them within a German Industry 4.0 environment, we feel Cambodia will be better positioned to quickly participate in global value chains, add new value to its economy, and enable these SME and ICT sectors to become the next drivers of Cambodia's annual 7% GDP growth. But before I explain in detail about our SME cluster project, I would like to say a few words about the WorldBridge Group, because the core concepts of the SME cluster are reflective of our group philosophy and vision. Next slide. The WorldBridge Group, under the leadership of our chairman, Oknya Siariti, has been a business leader and innovator in Cambodia for more than 20 years. We are a 100% Cambodian-owned company with more than 30 group companies in operation today. Later this month, this will go to 31 as the WorldBridge Industrial Developments Company will be established as the business entity to build and operate all the SME clusters within Cambodia. Some of our latest projects include Cambodia's first special economic zone with integrated free trade zone, Cambodia's first affordable housing project, and a $55 million ICT-focused venture capital fund called Octane. Along with our core logistics and outsourcing solutions, we have integrated all of these offerings into our SME cluster planning as features which will differentiate it from typical industrial parks here in Cambodia. Next slide. Our philosophy of providing innovative solutions for Cambodia, contributing to its economic growth, and utilizing international partnerships has manifested itself in our SME cluster project. As we started to develop this project 2 years ago, we saw that after a decade of strong GDP growth, infrastructure development, policy reforms, and the presence of a young, digitally native demographic, we felt that Cambodia is not starting from zero, but rather is in a very unique and advantageous position already. We felt that the foundation had been laid to look beyond short-term objectives and think proactively about more sustainable solutions, new manufacturing trends, and global market demands. When an already strong public-private sector relationship and pro-business government are added to this, we found that all the key drivers needed for a faster, more aggressive, and technology-based approach were already in place. We felt that just another SME park was not the correct solution and that we could set the bar higher. We decided that developing an SME cluster concept utilizing a German Industry 4.0 environment would not only enable us to fulfill short-term industrial development objectives, but would also become a much-needed catalyst for the integration of Cambodia's SME and ICT sectors into its industrial development, and that the realization of these objectives could be achieved before the year 2025. Next slide. So, why an Industry 4.0 cluster now? Why does Cambodia need to leapfrog from an Industry 2.0 based thinking in an environment which exists today to a German 4.0 base in the next 2 to 3 years? Well, simply put, Cambodia needs to quickly create a new and distinctive type of competitive advantage in manufacturing, and at the same time needs to recreate its image overseas in order to correct the many misconceptions that FDI have about Cambodia today. 4 more reasons are found in what investors, consumers, and global value chains demand today. First, Industry 2.0 based manufacturing is no longer needed. Low cost, low skilled labor, repetitive manual tasks, and low value outputs are no longer desired. Second, consumers want more complex, higher quality products which use technology, and they want them in shorter amounts of time. Third, social and environmental concerns are driving the need for practices which focus on transparency, sustainability, efficiency, and a better quality of life. And fourth, international manufacturers want seamless and efficient connectivity with their entire supply chain. Translated, this means that suppliers and manufacturers must be able to provide production materials and produce higher value outputs intelligently. Our SME cluster project will enable all of its suppliers, SMEs, and service providers to do just that. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. The features of our SME cluster, which make it different from a typical industrial park, are too numerous to explain in 5 minutes, but a few of the key features are, first, suppliers, manufacturers, and service providers will work together in the production of multiple higher value outputs. Even though each company in a cluster retains their autonomy, they will work collectively for the cluster's overall business plan and buyers. In effect, each cluster will become its own value chain. Typical industrial parks do not follow this model. Second, technical platforms such as Industry 4.0 production controls, blockchain-based transactions, online training, and Logistics 4.0 systems are used to link all the activities of the cluster and its SMEs. Third, each cluster defines and focuses on producing high-value outputs in one specific sector. These outputs will specifically require that new manufacturing processes and new technical applications be used. By defining high-value outputs and their requirements first, the processes needed, the SMEs needed, facilities and equipment needed, financing, skills, and support services needed can be reverse engineered and solutions put in place. The fourth difference is that the World Bridge will coordinate these solutions and the facilities needed, ensuring that they are accessible to SMEs. Fifth, the cluster utilizes a German 4.0 environment, which will enable coordinated control and efficient production of more complex, higher quality, and compliant outputs using an intelligent manufacturing ecosystem. This will result in numerous new opportunities for engineers, technicians, and ICT services. Lastly, our cluster utilizes a plug-and-play approach, which is designed to ensure flexibility and allow for the cluster model to be transferable to any sector and transportable to any location in Cambodia. Next slide. Now, jumping from an Industry 2.0 base to an Industry 4.0 environment obviously requires that the upskilling of SMEs, startups, and individual workers will be needed. However, we must be aware of and diligent in providing training solutions which are responsive to the real-life needs of young Cambodians and SMEs. In short, for most SMEs and their workers, sitting in a classroom for days at time is not an option. So, we have decided to develop our own exclusive SME cluster training platform which utilizes the same German 4.0 concepts of decentralization, autonomy, and the use of technology. Our platform utilizes a global classroom concept, online training courses, and a learn-at-your-own-pace approach. This means that in our cluster, there will be no classrooms in our cluster training center, only iPads and your own desire to develop your own career or your own business. There isn't time to explain the entire program in detail now, but in short, we understand what is at risk here. And we have made the SME Cluster Skills Development Program the key focus of our PPP project with UNDP, as well as in our working relationships with UNIDO, Inside Bavaria, and the Technical University of Munich. Next slide. Support for our SME cluster project is wide-ranging because we have created a solution which addresses many needs at one time and represents a comprehensive, clear direction forward. I've just mentioned our agreements with UNDP, UNIDO, and Inside Bavaria, but these are just a few of the 22 plus organizations that we have gone to for their expertise and support. Government support for the development of a strong SME and ICT sector is also quickly increasing. In addition to existing programs and services already in place in government ministries, the Ministry of Economy and Finance has recently announced tax incentives for SMEs and dedicated funds for entrepreneurs. These programs closely support the objectives of our cluster project and even specify, quote, enterprises in clusters as eligible recipients. More importantly, these incentives emphasize the use of technology and the fostering of innovation, which are in a direct alignment with the concept of an Industry 4.0 cluster. Next slide. The operational model is, well, very colorful. I won't go through all of this in detail, other than to say that operationally, our cluster is very different from a typical industrial park in that all of the services and support facilities needed for the production of higher value goods for export are provided in one location. Each cluster will have its own logistics center, SME services center, one window services center, R&D accelerator, testing labs, training center, and any other special facilities which may be needed to support that cluster's outputs. Next. I have a short video which shows how these elements of a cluster come together in the design of the cluster. Go ahead, play the video. So we specifically designed the cluster so that it's open to the public. It becomes part of the community. So our training programs are accessible by members of the community. Business services are accessible by members of the community. Our vision is that the cluster becomes the seed in a community and enables that community to develop not only resources and people that it may have in that area, but also localize the manufacturing and development of industry or manufacturing in that area. So we envision the clusters are built throughout the country, not here in Phnom Penh only. Clusters need to be built in Prasat, Battambang, Kampong Chang. This is where industrial development needs to happen the most.
Yes.
Next slide.
Would you mind we hold from this very impressive project, and we will have a Q&A. You can show up more. Thank you, Charles. And I would like to invite Kate to share a little bit of what you have been done in Cambodia for the DIs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Excellencies, speakers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite tall, so I will try not to lean over. My name is Kate Heisler, and I'm the Chief of Party for USAID's Development Innovations Project here in Cambodia. We've been working with social enterprises, nonprofit organizations, NGOs, young innovators over the last 5.5 years to help boost the uptake of ICTs and the use of innovative processes across Cambodia. So today I want to just talk briefly about what we've done and what we've learned, and then recommendations for others who want to work on programs like this that could help more MSMEs go digital and use some of our lessons. Next slide. So as I said, Development Innovations is a 6-year program funded by USAID, and we have really been working hard to make sure that we have designed programs in Cambodia that are both accessible and that solve problems. So as many of the other speakers have said here today, it's so important that our programs address the needs of the people, and that's what we've been working to do. So as you can see from this slide, we have a variety of services. We've run a co-working space, we've had development trainings, ICT trainings, tech coaching. We've developed a grants fund to help seed different ICT solutions across the country, built private sector partnerships, and then funded a variety of different business incubators and accelerators. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the lessons that we've learned, especially from our partnerships with Impact Hub Phnom Penh, working on a social startup incubator, and then She Investments, an enterprise here that runs the only gender-tailored business incubator and accelerator services for women entrepreneurs, specifically focusing on small and medium enterprises. Next slide. Very good. So these are just some of the trends that we've seen over the past 5 years. Next slide. So as many of the other speakers have talked about, there is an increasing adoption of using local solutions in Cambodia and open source tools. 5 years ago, many people were building so many custom solutions, but especially small and medium enterprises are starting to use local solutions that have been built for Cambodian users and Cambodian systems. There's an increasing use of and trust in mobile payments across the country, which has helped facilitate cost savings for many parties. Promotion and marketing continues to focus on social media, as we've all seen. Many of you probably learned about this event here today on social media. You are also seeing more online business services, as the excellencies have told us about from the Royal Government of Cambodia, that are helping make things happen faster, especially for MSMEs. There's also a growing government, donor, and private investment in accelerators and entrepreneurship programs. Yesterday, at the opening of Digital Cambodia, we saw MOUs signed for many new entrepreneurship support programs. I know Oknia Piset is working on another accelerator program for entrepreneurs here today that we'll hear more about later. And through all of these positive changes, I think there continues to be a rural and urban divide that everybody who is working in this area continues to need to think about. Next slide. So recommendations for Cambodian MSMEs going digital. I wanted to make this very practical based on some of the questions that I get, especially from small and medium enterprises. Next slide. Good. Many of the entrepreneurs that I talk to, if they have no digital activities at all and they have not taken first steps to go digital in their business, it's very daunting. And what I talk to them about is realizing that you don't need to go digital all at once. You can take small steps based on your budget, based on the biggest problems you have, and go step by step as you grow. You can get started with some of the solutions that are going to be talking later today, and here at Digital Cambodia, you can start with some of the things that have helped our NGO partners, which is social media, video, and see how that can help be a gateway to take the next digital steps. As I said, explore existing local solutions, some of the products that are here today that are already built for Cambodian systems. And if you are concerned about how to go digital, you can engage some of the students that are being taught and educated through the universities here today. I always learn so much from all the young tech enthusiasts that are here today and that are at all of our events. And finally, participate in tech community events like this. Learn what else is out there at Digital Cambodia, at Bar Camp, and many of the other locally driven events all across Cambodia. Next slide. Good. And my last set of recommendations is for all of these actors that are supporting new programs to help MSMEs go digital. These are some of the lessons that we've learned through our partnerships with Impact Hub, with She Investments, and many other new incubators and accelerators. Next slide. So I recommend starting with small-scale design research to find out, are the users that you are trying to serve using any digital tools at all? And also consider how they're using social media and how they're using other video and local solutions. And find out what their biggest pain points are so you can start there and deliver services. Many of our investments in incubators and accelerators have used English-speaking coaches and tech trainers. And this can be very important to bring in new ideas from around the world, but it's also important to balance it with Khmer-speaking trainers and coaches to make sure that everybody can feel comfortable, ask questions, and get the services they need. Training courses really require follow-up support after the fact. So it can be very difficult to spend 3 days learning about a new technology solution and then start to apply it in your work and not have any questions in a couple of weeks' time. So one of the things that we do at Development Innovations is make sure that you can come back and talk to our coaches and trainers after the fact when you run into the inevitable challenges. As I said, whenever possible, I'm almost done. Partner with local tech solution providers and build relationships. Share stories of role models. This is very important in Cambodia. Many people want to see the leaders of the future. They want to see who is successful in the startup community, in the business community, and hear stories about how they got there. And finally, consider incentive structures for your mentors as you build them into your programming. It's really important for young entrepreneurs and early stage entrepreneurs to get long-term support, especially from established business leaders and mentors. So those are some of the lessons that we have learned with our partners, and I encourage everybody to continue to engage today, have fun, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Now we have been heard about how the government policies, how is the NGO role in our country. We still have two startups and one of the corporate building of the financial infrastructure in Cambodia. So may I invite Mr. Kong to share a little. Oh, Mr. Lidet. Lidet is he played a lot of roles in the NGO and the government. He also the startup for one project. So he may share the perspective of the startup and what he has been doing. Thank you. So organizer, can I have 30 more minutes?
Thank you. I will make my note in English and make it shortly. It is quite a great honor for me to be here today, to be invited to share some of the key messages from my article that I wrote related to SME in the Industry 4th Revolution. And I'm here going to answer two questions. First, what is the position of most MSME and SME in Cambodia? And also, what would be the priority as well as the gateway for MSME and SME to go for the 4th Industrial Revolution? As we already know that digital innovation have evolved rapidly with a great impact on our daily life, from the way we communicate and how we work and share the economy. So what is the position of our businesses here? Cambodia, where SME make up a sizable part of the economy, is a market with high potential value to draw from this technology called innovation. Although micro SME and SME here have played an important role to make an employment about 2.5 million people within a 500,000 establishment, report found out that there are not many of them have been go to digital yet. As the majority of SME do not have a website or even a homepage, and as of 2017, only 24 in every 100 firms that have a website or homepage. And if we look at a bigger picture, technology adoption by Cambodian businesses and government broadly are, kind of a little bit faster than Myanmar and Laos, but we are still below the world average. And if we look, and we are still lag behind from Vietnam and Thailand for both sectors. So what should be the priority and gateway for the MSME in the fourth industrial revolution? As there are some supporting mechanisms of the Cambodian government have been set into place, it is vital for MSME and SME themselves to figure out how to leverage those supporting programs to benefit the organization as a whole. Some of the initiatives from the government that I can mention, additional to His Excellency Kong Vibol, is SME Bank, Skill Development Fund, Entrepreneurship Development Fund. We also have the ICT policy, regulatory development, and including the SME tax incentive that he mentioned. And I know the government have been working on another initiative as well in order to put more businesses into the digital gateway and movement. So if SME and MSME themselves want to grab this opportunity from this digital revolution, I think there are two simple questions, and similar to what Kate just highlighted, that may help them to better prioritize their starting point. First, how often do you know from your customer behavior? And do you know what new technology or social media they are heading to? Second, how do you plan to try using technology to help your business operation to better satisfy your customer need over time? For those SME and MSME who haven't thought of using technology yet, I can say that there have been no better time than now to start trying to integrate the right technology solution into your business operation. Why? Because as we can see, people are going digital, and most technology solutions are designed to address the world needs and problems. So I have no doubt that technology will help your business in many ways, i.e. improve your operational management and productivity growth, and it can also expand your business to a much broader market in the digital world. And most importantly, it can help your business to convert into the data-driven company where you can better satisfy your customer needs at a cheaper and faster, as well as the lower cost. So all in all, what I'm saying, it doesn't mean that you need to try all technologies at a time. But you can start with something small within your organization to improve your business performance. For example, the technology tool like for HR or financial management, bookkeeping, and also customer relationship management. And these all technologies have been developed and also marketed by some of our local technology companies already. So I think all startups as well as MSMEs should start thinking about their plan and how they can use, and as well as to grab the opportunity from the government support now. Thank you.
Thank you, Lidet. So next, Mr. Kong, he have been spent many years in Cambodia, and he helped to make the financial infrastructure in Cambodia. So how the financial infrastructure in Cambodia can help the SME to go digital more easy? Please help to share a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you, Omya. So let me briefly tackle down some obstacles MSMEs are facing in the view of finance and the digitalization. Based on my experience in finance in the ICT industry. First, regarding the financing to MSMEs, is a limited access to finance is key challenge for MSME and reduce the sector's potential. Especially entrepreneurs are unable or discouraged from taking out loan from the institution due to high collateral requirement and high interest rate, even in delays in loan processing. By the way, from the lender point of view, so it's very difficult to the lend MSME due to their poor financial records and lack of information. For example, whether the borrowers have repaid loans and have too much debt now. This lack of the financial record hinders borrowing from the financial institution. So today we have the Banji here. So they have been providing the MSME with comprehensive accounting solutions which can help MSMEs keep the books and accumulate its financial record, comply with the Cambodian audit and tax standard. Let me tell you my experience in Korea. We have exactly the same company in like Banji's year 2003. Now it has more than 100,000 SME customers. So it has been continuously contributing to provide stakeholders, relevant authority with reliable financial records through its comprehensive and economically reasonable accounting and tax system. This has been very welcomed by tax authorities. The financial institutions. So those who have been using this system used to be exempt from the basic assessment from tax authority and get more benefit or score to take out the loan from financial institutions. So let me give you one example in this market. So we are developing a very interesting case. So Banji, and we have the payment service company, which is Click, and Phnom Penh Commercial Bank. So are seeking for the future collaboration among the parties based on the Banji data to develop new financial service to MSME, meaning that the financial institution could provide MSME with better loan condition even without collateral in the end. The accumulated and reliable financial record from this system can be also used for another funding scheme, which is equity financing through a stock market, which is Cambodia Stock Exchange. It is absolutely needed for MSME to go to public to raise their fund through a stock market, which means they will be listed in the Cambodia Stock Exchange. So let me tell you another fundamental, the infrastructure, which is digitalization. The excellent senior minister, he's clearly give us some definition of digitalization. It's a process. So I totally agree with him. So it could be another burden to MSME, but also very good opportunity for MSME to be taken advantage of. So in the view of the MSME, one example is in the finance industry, the open banking platform is a very hot issue among financial institutions such as commercial banks and MFI, MDI, and payment service institutions. Simply speaking, OBP is the new type of business model to share this platform. Let me give you one example in Korea. So we have the MSME, which is very specialized P2P lending. They are closely work with the commercial bank who provide this kind of platform. For example, P2P, small company, they don't have such a deep reputation and the infrastructure. In this sense, commercial bank propose to P2P, it can help P2P use its deposit and settlement facility for fundraising, collecting interest in principal amount under the commercial agreement between two parties. Let me give you another case for this strategy for MSME. It could be utilized big e-commerce platform such as Amazon or Alibaba or existing local e-commerce platform in Cambodia such as Khmer24.com. It can make it relatively easier and more economic to achieve their business goal through this kind of digital platform. So in a word, furthermore, the joining and utilizing the digital platform will also play a key role enabling local entrepreneurs to participate in global value chain more effectively. So in a word, MSME will be able to penetrate the market with minimum cost and more creative idea through utilizing this kind of existing digital platform. in conclusion, it would be forgiven that for thinking that the key success factor for MSME mostly rely on digitalization. As mentioned earlier, even easy access to finance is also rely on maintaining its financial record, historical data, on digitalized and trustworthiness platform or manner. So thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you. So after your speech, it reminds me 13 years ago, we have one private sector assessment in 2003, and we have the SME development framework in 2005. It reminds me that at that time, we found the challenge how the SME cannot access to finance. Three is a key main challenge. One is the bank cannot share information among each other of the SME profile. So at the time, they developed the credit sharing information, which is not successful, and it led by central bank doing the credit bureau and very successful until now. Secondly, is about the collateral. So I think collateral nowadays, the government already issue a lot of hard title to that. And another challenge of the access to finance of the SME is the SME don't have the financial record. So with this, at that time, I remember that the ADB have hired a good consultant to make one Excel template for the SME in order to judge down on the accounting. But it's still so complicated for SME to use. But Banji is like a very, very simplified accountant and for the SME itself. But I really want to listen to Mr. Chan Karirot. He is really have 15-year experience in the financial sector and consultant. And he's the founder of Banji Software. And last 2 years, Banji have been corporate with Young Entrepreneur Association of Cambodia, and with support fund from some of the private sectors and also the UNDP. So we have mobilized training to the SME across the region surrounding the Tonle Sap area. So would you mind to share a little bit how the challenge of SME in order to go formalize and to use accounting software? I think you heard a lot from the Excellencies Minister and Excellencies Kongwibol that even the government have the challenge that they don't go to the register, not go to formalization. It's hard for the government to support them. But what the challenge that they cannot go to them? And can you share a little bit from your experience from the last 2 years that you're training a lot of SME and training Banji and also the tech? Thank you.
Kirirot, the founder of Banji. In Khmer, Banji, it's more Banji, Banji, so what is the challenge that SME adopt digital in particular accounting software? Throughout our experience, we have more than 2,500 customers across the country with the total combined asset of more than $250 million of those MSME on average. More than $4 million invoice generated within our platform. So what we see, there are 3 common challenges, actually 4 common challenges that we see when we go around supporting those MSME. The first one is the willingness to let somebody else know their finance. Simply speaking, in Khmer, អត់ចង់ឲ្យគេដឹងគណនេយ្យខ្លួនអត់ចង់ដឹងតែខ្លួនចង់ឲ្យអ្នកផ្សេងដឹងតែខ្លួនឯងមានលុយប៉ុន្មានអញ្ចឹងបានជាមិនព្រមប្រើប្រព័ន្ធគណនេយ្យដែលឲ្យ accountant ខ្លួនឯងដឹង So the willingness to let somebody else or readiness to let somebody else know how much they have, also where do they buy their material from, to prevent competition that their staff might go out and then doing the same business. That's one of the challenges that block them to or even adopt a proper accounting software. The second one is for the accountant side. Most of the accountant is not willing to work for the MSME. The misconception is that most of the SME are run as a family business. So no incentive. You work 7 days a week. You work from morning, and the boss can call you anytime at the middle of the night and all of that. So they prefer to work with the bigger corporation. That's why there's a lack of accountants working for MSMEs. With that, adoption of accounting software is also very challenging. The third one is digital adoption. We conduct a research in the Young Entrepreneur Association of Cambodia. We conduct a research in 2 provinces, Siem Reap and Kampong Cham. We found out that only 16% out of the sample of 553 in Kampong Cham, in Siem Reap, using technology. And out of that, only 3.23% using accounting software in Siem Reap. And in Kampong Cham, only 8.5% of business in the city using accounting software. So digital adoption is something, it's challenging. It's true that the World Bank said business adoption of technology is still low in Cambodia. And why is digital adoption is low when we see the data, 12.5 million internet penetration in Cambodia, which is 70% of the internet penetration. But bear in mind that this is a social media internet. 8.4 million is Facebook internet in Cambodia. So that's why digital adoption in business is very low. The fourth one is the available or support service. Accounting firm mostly in Phnom Penh, not in the... So that are the challenge that SME cannot adopt accounting software. That's the reason why last year when I was elected by Alibaba. I went there for three weeks. Get to meet to study with Jack Ma for 3 hours. And what we learned is that we're focusing in the wrong space. And after I come back, we launched a new product we call accounting software for non-accountant. So anyone can use an accounting software without, even you don't need to know accounting, and still comply with the requirement of the Cambodian International Financial Reporting Standard, but with the support of an accounting firm as well. But it's to simplify the process that allow everyone, taking the fear out of accounting and let the business owner get that report properly, and that can allow them to access to finance.
Very interesting. I want to cut the last point of the financial for non-financial training. Very interesting. Because the family business, they don't really know what accounting system is, but when we train them financial for non-financial background accountant, at least have them a clue how to read the financial report. I go back to Excellency, how can, these years, young entrepreneurs and some private company, we have been trained along the area, but we have limitation of expand scope to be nationwide as well. And I don't know how we can leverage all this in order to mobilize to all MSMEs that can learn of financial for non-financial background. And is it possible that we can have a working to design a simplified one into the Khmer version, and then we can join a training and expand more scope of this financial and for non-financial background? Thank you.
Want me to answer, or Senior Minister? I think you raised a good point about the transparency and the accounting software. For tax point of view, I want to see the more private sector complying with accounting standard and the bookkeeping, proper bookkeeping and so on. I think we have done a few years back already one prakash. It called Simplify Accounting. We know that SME having a problem with bookkeeping, a proper accounting standard. So all the small business, you can simplify your record, purchase and sell, It's very simple. We designed in the prakash a few years ago. You should have a look back with the prakash on the small and medium enterprise on that. as you mentioned, that one of the critical issue is about 25 SME, 2,500 SME. For me, I'm welcome if you develop a software that to suit your SME, can linkage e-filing into my system. Hello, it's the, yeah. So I'm welcome to do that, but I see all the expectation or high expectation of the taxpayer. I call taxpayer, SME is taxpayer also. They want us to be more transparent. But on the private side, you don't want us to see your bookkeeping as well. See, that's the issue. Like you mentioned that the problem that you don't want to use the software, you don't want your accountant to know what is your financial statement. So you want the government to be more transparent, reform, but you are, as a corporate, you have to improve your corporate governance to us also. So to make life easier for everyone. So we, on the public sector side, we reform. I have done so much to reform, even some the clarification of tax issue and so on. We have done so much about the clarification, about reform of our subject. So I'm lose concentration about the, oh my God, where did I go? Yeah, I think there's a lot of room to reform. Even the microphone, we need to reform also. So, so the corporate governance is also.
You hold both. Hold both.
Hello. What is the problem with the microphone? I think because when the taxpayer holding the microphone, even the microphone scare of the tax collector. So I think that's all my comment, and I would love to see more
Thank you.
SME to use accounting software for the sake of efficiency, transparency for us and for you also. Thank you.
So, one last question. We see a lot of SME is not yet registered, and we see your presentation, your proposal to the government of the one single registration as a e-platform. I think that is a very, very good for the private sector, and we're very happy. Do you know how long it's gonna be happen of the all this registration? Yeah.
Thank you. I have existing infrastructure already in my department. We have invested in data center. We have all the tools. It's a matter of now we are writing a software in one platform. I already draft a flow to submit to the government, to the ministry, and the Ministry of Finance will call all the related ministry to work together and design a single format. For example, if you have the format basic information already, why you need to go to fill with the other ministry? So we cut down all this redundancy data to come into one format. I think for me, I would say the sooner the better. I'm ready. Maybe we can finalize in June. Yes.
This is very good news. I wish this happened in June as all registration, so that we hope that the private sector can increase registration to be formalized, and we can support them more. And because of time limit, so I'm very appreciative to all our panelists, especially His Excellency Senior Ministers and His Excellencies Congressable, the Royal Government Delegate to the Tech Department, and all the delegate and the private sector startup. So thank to all organizers to make this event happen, and thank you.
Some organ, some POVIP របស់យើងដែលបានផ្ដល់ជូននៅចាកិច្ចពិភាក្សាក៏ដូចជាផ្ដល់ជូននៅអនុសាសន៍ដ៏សំខាន់នៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងនាព្រឹកនេះចាអរគុណឥឡូវនេះកម្មវិធីឈានចូលជាបន្តចាយើងខ្ញុំក៏សូមអនុញ្ញាតសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញដល់ភ្ញៀវកិត្តិយសដែលនឹងត្រូវចូលខ្លួនចាមកបំពេញនៅចាភារកិច្ចដើម្បីជាការបង្ហាញនិងចែកចាយនៅបទពិសោធន៍ក៏ដូចជាចាផ្ដល់ជូននៅកិច្ចពិភាក្សាជាបន្តទៀតនៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងដូច្នេះពីកម្មវិធីក៏សូមអនុញ្ញាតសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញចាលោកផិនចិន្តាដែលជា CEO របស់បងលុយ Payment PLC សូមគោរពអញ្ជើញឡើងលើវេទិកាដើម្បីនឹងដឹកនាំកម្មវិធីជាបន្តទៀតសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញចាសូមថ្លែងអំណរគុណសម្រាប់ភាពយន្តកម្មវិធីរបស់យើងនឹងបន្តទៅមុខទៀតចាដែលយើងនឹងមានកិច្ចពិភាក្សាសំខាន់មួយទៀតដែលនឹងត្រូវឈានចូលជាបន្តដូច្នេះសូមអញ្ជើញភាពយន្តចាអាចអញ្ជើញចូលកន្លែងអង្គុយដើម្បីយើងនឹងចាប់ផ្ដើមកម្មវិធីមួយទៀតចាសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញThank you very much, your distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Our event will move to another one session. So.